first, our desire is to show you and give you some details of Montpellier, which is a city where is Montpellier Business School. It's in south of France. It's on the seashore. You can see the little Google map. We are, to give you some details, we are the 7th largest city in France. We are 3 hours and 30 minutes away from Paris in train. And we are 3 hours from Barcelona if you drive over there. It's the city which has been elected as the first best city for student life in France in the magazine L'Étudiant, which is a magazine read and followed by students. So it's them doing that ranking. We have a lot of students in Montpellier. They will be coming from different parts of the world, but also from France. You have to know that approximately 1/4 of the inhabitants in Montpellier are students. So that creates a very good dynamic. We are, from the picture you can see on the left, we are downtown, and from downtown to the seashore, it will take you 45 minutes approximately with the public transportation. It's a very mild and warm climate in summer. Maybe Sandeep will give you more details on that, but honestly, in summer, it can be as hot as some weather you can find in India or other countries where it's getting hot as well. On the quality of life, it's also cheaper than Paris. Maybe Sandeep, if you want to give details on that, on how is the quality of life, and also your budget on the living expenses that you have.
Yeah, sure, Gail. As you already told, like the Montpellier, it's in southern of the France. And it's like southern France is famous all over the world for its beauty, the landscape, and the culture, the food, and everything. It's really beautiful. So for me, before choosing Montpellier, I looked about the city, the things. So first of all, it's one of the city like where most of the people here are the students. So all over Montpellier, you will see youngsters everywhere from different part of the world, and you're gonna have good network, good connections, good people you meet every day. Moreover, talking about the weather of the city, yeah, it's one of the good ones because most of the time, like almost 300 days in the year here, it's like sunny here, and but it's not that hot as in India. But yeah, sometimes in July or August, it may go like 35 degrees Celsius, like at max. But other than that, it's really good. And it's clean and calm, not that much of population here. And the fantastic thing is that it's just 3 or 4 kilometers far away from the beach. So you can also go to the beach on the weekends, and you can chill out with your friends. So these were the few things. And moreover, now one of the most important things which comes as a student to me is my expenses, the monthly expenses. So when I compare Montpellier to Paris, it's like 30 to 40% cheaper as compared to Paris. For me personally, my expenses are like 400 to 450 euros. I can manage with that. There may be people who spends more than that, like maybe 700 euros, but it depends person to person as well. So what I did, like I looked for a government-funded residence here that is called cruise. So everybody can go for that. It's not only for the national, it's for the international students as well. So any international
for that
student
as well, if I can add a little details for that, the cruise, you're right, are accessible for international students as well. Just for if you're willing after your admission to join such an accommodation, make sure you do apply very quickly, because it will be usually the cruise are very, very highly requested. So by May, June, they are all booked. But yeah, that's also like available for all students. Sorry, yeah, I just had to add that.
Yeah, there's a lot of applications because people from all over the world, they are coming here, and it's a student city here. So a lot of students are here almost every day of the year. So they are applying and they want to live there. So yeah, the application is too much, but you can always apply, and as I got it, so yeah. talking about the expenses, that was the one of the thing where I saved a lot. And then other than that, my groceries, it goes like 150 euros in a month at max, and some transportation charges like 30 to 40 euros. So in all, it cost me 400 to 450 euros. So when I convert this in INR, Indian rupees, it's somewhat like 32,000 INR at 32, 35,000 INR. So it's affordable, for Indians as well. So that's how
Okay.
I manage.
Regarding the school, Montpellier Business School, it's a school that has been founded in 1897. We have more than 120 years of experience. And as you can see, we are a triple crown school. So we have the EQUIS, AICSB, and NAMBAS accreditations, which ranked us now in the top 1% of business school in the world, having those accreditations. We are obviously on the national and international rankings. We are ranked in the Financial Times 55 for the Master in Management, the best Master in Management in the world. The program which is following Sandeep, and then we are also in the Masters in Management ranking. So as you can see, among all the French business school, we are in the top 10 for the Master in Management, the Grand École program, but also for the Masters of Science program. Sandeep, I remember that you also said that the ranking was a big aspect of your selection for the business school. Do you want to give some details on that? How you chose your choose of school, being with the desire of studying abroad?
Yeah, sure, Gail. So first of all, when I was planning to go to abroad for my studies, so I was thinking like almost every country. When you talk about Australia, then you talk about UK, then France. So I was thinking all about this, and the first thing in my mind came like, if I go for the management courses in those countries like USA and Australia, it's very costly, like so costly I can't afford. So moreover, like France and other European countries, these are really famous for this management course here called Master in Management. And the Master of Management of France and in these all European countries is equivalent to the PGDM course which is taught in India. So this was one of my motivation first of all. And then when I checked for the rankings, so I came to know like it's in the top 100 Montpellier Business School. So I thought, why not? I mean, it's affordable for me, and it's in a good city, and the ranking is it's quite nice. So why I shouldn't apply for this? So then after this I thought, okay, it's better to apply to this college because of the ranking and the affordability. So I applied and I checked like over Financial Times the rankings, and it comes into the top 100. So it was really nicely ranked, and it's showing it's improving year by year. So why not?
The other aspect also and benefits of being part of a school, a business school, and especially Montpellier Business School, is also the network you can have access to regarding companies, partners of the school, but also the graduates network. You can see that we have more than 17,000 graduates in over 90 countries. Those network with also companies give you access through the Career Center in additional links. So the Career Center is going to be here to support all our students and all your graduates also through the Graduates Association by putting in place some fairs where students can join, like on-campus fairs, and you have the possibility to meet directly the companies. They will also the Career Center will plan workshops to help all our students to do their cover letter, resume, any interview you need to practice. They will teach also all the students how to look on LinkedIn, on other specific platforms for jobs and internship. You have to know that in France, it's culturally different. The school don't do placement. There will be a dedicated team that will be here to support you in your research, to teach you how to look and how to present the best way to get the position as an internship or job. But we don't do direct placement, which is at the same time will train you very well for your future career. Being able to switch and move to other jobs when you feel the need. So you can see here that we have obviously links with international companies. You may know Bose, ASICS, Carrefour, Decathlon, Air France, obviously, Dell, Sanofi. So those companies will be connected with us to let us know their internship, their job opportunities. And that's why we also have that good rate of 70% of students employed before their graduation. Maybe Sandim, you can also share some examples that you have of events or projects in which you have been in contact with specific companies.
Yeah, very true. Like as you told about these companies, we are in our school is in contact with these companies, and for example, I remember I worked on a project which was from the company ASIS. So we need to devise a marketing strategy for them. So this project which they bring to us, this is a real life project for us, and which company is facing at present. So this is part of our curriculum as well. So whenever we are working, like we have the group works to do together, and in the group works we are doing these projects. And even we have the engagement with Dell. I remember Dell was here, Mars was here, even L'Oreal was here in the school. So they come and they do sometimes of some seminars and how to approach to them for internship, for job. So they also guide you. And the most important thing and the best thing is that they are giving us the case studies which are real life based, what is the need of in the industry at present time. So those are the case study we are working. So they are and those things when we work on, they make us to get the things so that we can do like that in future as well when we work as a manager. So this is really helpful for us. And talking about the career center, we have a dedicated career center here, and they are really helpful, and they help me as well to make my CV, because it's different here as compared to India and other part of the world. The culture is different here, so you have to put the important things as per this country and as per your qualifications. Then how you need to approach, they're also going to tell you that. But the most important thing will be here that it's very different, and it's you who do the approach. They will be guiding you through every of the process. They will be also sending you the leads, the openings. They will be giving you everything, but it's you who makes the efforts. It's you who is going to companies, different companies, the company which you like most, where you want to work. So yes, you have to make efforts, and they are there to help you at every. And yeah, one more thing which comes into my mind is like French language plays a very important role here, because these companies they are international companies, yes, and they have international positions for sure. But the culture there, because they are people of every ages, so they are good in English. They speak better English, maybe better than me as well, but they will be more comfortable in talking in French. So that comes at some places. So we have to have a basic knowledge of French as well. And I was going through Glassdoor to search about like what is the average salary a graduate have here in France. So it shows like 41,000 euros approx. So if you are paid like that much of money, so why not you can just you just have to make some efforts and learn the basics of French, and you have a good economy here in France, and you get a good job. And the job and the work culture here is totally different as compared to India, and it's very good. And you won't be pressurized for anything. You have to take your own responsibilities, and you have to do the things. And like you work 5 days and 2 days your weekend, and you enjoy your weekend. So it's really nice. And I would just suggest everyone to at least have the basics of French, because it's not only about the job, it's also about adjusting yourself in this culture and this environment. When you come to France, there are people like of all ages. The youngsters speak very good English, but when you go to some supermarket, maybe some grocery, some bakery store, so you need to speak French to communicate to them, to do your own needful things. So yeah,
Yeah, that's a good point about French. It's a question we have a lot. Do I need to speak French when I'm studying in France? And it's right. So to study, you'll be fine just with the English because our programs are in English. But if your desire and your professional career project is to stay in France and work in France, we do recommend that you put some efforts in learning French. That will give you exactly much more opportunities as a manager. First, on the Bachelor program, the Bachelor, as you can see, is 3 years. First year, it's a common year. And then the second and third year, you have the first semester, your classes, and the second semester, you have different options. You can study on the campus doing classes, or choose to do an internship, work on your entrepreneurial project, or even choose to do a semester abroad. The last year, you have the same options, but also with the options to do a double degree. If that's your desire, make sure that you will be able to meet the requirements of the university partner, giving you the opportunity to do the double degree with them. The interesting part is that doing that double degree, which can be done in the US, UK, China, Peru, or Germany, there will not be any extra tuition fees. So the tuition fee every year, as you can see, will be the same, 10,900 euros per year. On the admission process, the documents that we do require for all the applicants, it's a photo, ID, resume, the highest degree that you have, and then the official transcript for the last 3 years. Another point I want to add is that you can join the Bachelor program from the first year, but you can also transfer. So if your desire is to join for the last year of a Bachelor degree, it's possible, as long as obviously you have validated the 2 first year or 3 years of your Bachelor in your country. So that's also something that you can have in mind depending of your situation in your studies. So on the application, in addition to the documents, we ask you to basically do 3 additional tests. One will be the English test. So we do require a level, so it can be your IELTS, TOEFL, or TOEIC. Or if you do not have that test, and especially in that time of all being and especially in that time of all being with the virus present in all the countries, we do give you the possibility of taking our MBS English test. We know that some platform have stopped doing the test for the IELTS, TOEFL, and TOEIC. So you do have our English test available, and it's free. It's online, so it's directly sent to your email address, and you take the test there. But you need to meet the similar level of English as the IELTS, TOEFL, or TOEIC. The other test we do require is for you to take the MBS General test. It's free as well. It's an online and reasoning test. On that test sent by email to you, there will be 2 links, one link to practice and one link to take the real test. It's good to make sure that you practice on the test before, just to get familiar with the test. And then there will be the video interview. The video interview, it's going to be a pre-recorded interview. That means like you will have access to a platform where you will see our questions popping on the screen, and you have approximately 2 minutes to answer each questions. The questions will not be on knowledge or specific data from Montpellier Business School. It will be only on your motivation and who you are. So we'll be asking questions on situation or experiences you have lived, so that you can share them with us and we can have a sense of who you are, what's important for you, what you have learned in your past experiences and on your studies, private life, and all that. The application fee, as you can see, is 90 euros for all the programs. So this was for the Bachelor. To give you details for the Granical program, the Master in Management. So the Granical program is accessible and available for all students and applicants who have at least a bachelor of 3 years. First year, it's on the campus with management science courses, and then the second year, you have different options. You can choose a specialization on the campus. At the moment, you can see on the right, we have 3 major specializations accessible in English. It will be the business model developer, corporate finance, or digital marketing. Another option is also to do double degree. For the double degree, you have 2 options. You can do double degree with one of our Master of Science that I'm going to present you. But basically, the specialization are in finance, marketing, digital transformation, business excellence, and international business. Or you can do double degree abroad, similar to the possibility that I show you for the bachelor. And for that, Sam, you need to make sure that you meet the requirements of the university partner where you will be doing the double degree. Okay, so it can be a level in GMAT, it can be a level in TOEFL, TOEIC. So for that, you will need to make sure you prepare for that on the year 1, because the selection will be also according to that. This program is 12,500 euros per year. And this is the program that Sandeep is following. So maybe Sandeep, if you want to just give a few details on maybe some of the courses that you enjoy in the program and why you chose that program as well.
Yeah, sure, Gail. As my background is like bachelor's in technology, I have done BTech, so I don't have that knowledge of management and things related to economics and business. So this program was well suited for me because in the year 1 they teach you the basics of the management skills. So you're learning all the basics, a lot of courses at the basic level, which will be helping you to do your specialization in the year 2. And then you will be specialized in one of the 3 specializations that is mentioned over there. So in first year, I studied the basic management skills, and then in year 2, I chose as international business model developer because my goal is to work as a business developer in future. So this was the well suited for me. But at the same time, there are my friends who are doing the double degree. So right now they are in some other university in somewhere in the world, and some are also into the gap year. So what happens actually in the gap year, you take a 1 year of gap, you don't pay any extra fee, and you can do some other professional experience, you can do an internship, and then after that you can do your year 2. And when you're doing a double degree, in that case, you get 2 degrees for the same cost, like you just pay this much of fee year 1 and you are getting 2 degrees, one from the foreign university and one you are getting this Master in Management degree from Montpellier Business School. So this program was really flexible and it was well suited for me as my background was from engineering. So, and I was really, it was easy for me to cope up with this program because the way they have prepared this, and they have like anyone, the beginners who don't have any knowledge, they will be able to adjust with this program. So that's why I chose this program.
Thank you, Sandeep. And then the last program I want to present you, so basically for that program, the admission process, it's exactly the same. So same document, photo, ID, resume, highest degree, and transcript. Same test, so English test as I present you, the MBS general test, so you don't need GMAT or GRE, you can take our test online and you have the possibility to practice before taking it. And then the last program we want to present you, it's the Masters of Science. So as I said before, the Masters of Science are in 5 different specializations. There's one in finance, one in marketing, one in digital transformation, one in business excellence, and one in international business. As you can see, they are under those some specific specialization that you will be doing the second semester of this program. So when you do your application, you will be choosing the major like specialization you want, which is finance, marketing, digital transformation, business excellence, or international business. And then once you are on the campus, you will choose the specific specialization you want to work on the second semester. So those programs are, as I said, 18 months from the time you enter the school in September until you get your graduation. You will be doing your courses on the campus from September to May, June, and then you are asked to do a mandatory professional experience, which can be a work contract or internship in France or abroad, between 4 to 6 months. The other things you have to know is that the Master of Science are usually welcoming students from a Bachelor of 4 years, but I will show you afterwards that for the Bachelor of 3 years, we do welcome them as well under the condition that they take our general test. I will show you that after. The program is, the full program is 13,900 euros, and the specialization can be welcoming all different students with different background, except you have to know that if you're coming from a background with no statistics, no mathematics, no specific classes in business or management, such as, I don't know, if you're coming from a background with English literature, from psychology, then to give you the access and the first knowledge on business and management, we will recommend the MSc in International Business. Okay, if you're coming from an engineering background, all those programs are accessible to you, knowing the fact that you have been already at ease with numbers and statistics, so we know that you will be fine in all the different programs. On the admission, you can see here that we do ask for the similar documents: photo, ID, resume, the highest degree that you have, and the copy of your mark sheets for the past 3 years. If you're coming from a country in which the English is the official language, you will be exempted from the English test. Okay, so that means that we're not going to ask you for IELTS, TOEFL, TOEIC, or asking you to take our own test, English test. You will be exempted. If you are not, then we'll be asking you to take our own test online, or to make sure that you provide on the platform the IELTS, TOEFL, TOEIC that you have. So the test needs to be no more than 2 years, as you know. Then we'll be asking you to take the interview, the pre-recorded video interview, as I said, where you have access. It will be sent to your email address, and you have access to the interview. Well, you will show your ID and then answer through the webcam and on the video the questions that will be showing on your screen. So the questions, make sure you are able to share experiences that will show who you are, your values, and your motivations. And then there's no MBS general test except for Bachelor, for students with a Bachelor of 3 years. Okay, it's the only way that for the Master of Science, because it's a specialization masters, that we can welcome students with a Bachelor of 3 years. If that you take the MBS general test and you pass it. Okay. And then the application fee is 90 euros. The program. The last part I want to share with you is how to apply. So all the application needs to be done online, and you can have access to that application platform through our website. If you go on the website of Montpellier Business School, you select the program you want to apply to, and there's a online application button. You click on that, and then you will see an application platform opening. Then you have to put there all your information, your documents, and that's when we will proceed and send you all the different tests and the interview. Once you are done, you have done the interview, we'll send you your admission results. We do have some scholarships, which will be maximum 2,000 euros. So it can be 2,000 euros, 1,000 or nothing, and it will be linked to your admission results. What we do count in your admission results, it's looking to your interview, looking to your tests, and looking to your results, your transcript mark sheets. Okay. So according to that, in the admission email we'll send you, we'll write if you have gained that scholarship. So we'll say, okay, well, thanks to your results, you won a scholarship of 2,000 euros, 1,000 euros. If you don't see anything about the scholarship, that means that your result didn't give you access to that scholarship. In that admission email, we'll ask you also to confirm your enrollment by paying a deposit of 3,000 euros. You have to know that the 3,000 euros can be refundable in case you don't get your bachelor, if you're in the last year of your bachelor program. In case you don't get the visa, you have a visa refusal, we will reimburse the 3,000 euros. And in case as well, according to the situation we are all living at the moment, we will reimburse the 3,000 euros deposit in case France or your home country is giving restrictions on you coming to France for studying. Okay, so if your home country of France is having sanitary restrictions of you or any students coming to France, we will reimburse the deposit of 3,000 euros. Okay, once we receive that deposit, we'll send you all the documents so that you can get ready to apply for the visa, and also get ready with all the accommodation decision and plan your arrival in France in September. For now, all the programs have not changed. We are still having the programs in September. We are confident that the virus will be gone pretty soon, because everyone is being very serious about staying at home to stop the spreading. And so there's no change on the intake. Intake will be in September, and the welcoming and the integration weeks will be starting end of August and beginning of September. If I start, and then I will let Sandeep add some words about that. Legally, you have the right by the French government to work part-time 20 hours per week. However, you have to know that first, if you're not fluent in French, it's not going to be easy to find a job. Because as you can imagine, as a part-time, you have access to jobs where you need some French. Okay, you will be in contact with other people where you will need French to speak. Secondly, you need to be careful. You're coming to a new country, a new culture, a new way of living, a new way of teaching as well. So you need to adjust that. Depending of the program you are going to join, the program can be very intense. I'm thinking about the Masters of Science. It's only, as you have seen, it's only 9 months of courses. So it's very intense for you to take all the specialization in that time. So you need to be careful to be focused on your studies, because if you fail to get your degree, that means like you will not be able to stay anymore in France. Okay. The fact that you get your degree, the master's degree, can be the graduate school program or the Masters of Science. That will give you the access to a 1 year or 2 years stay back options, depending of where you are from. And if you don't get the degree, you don't have that possibility. So it's very risky to put some efforts and time on doing part-time, putting at risk your studies. And so yeah, be careful.
It's like I have my friends with MSc as well. So most of the time they're full with courses and all. And even when you are in my program, sometimes maybe one day you are free, but most of the time you are busy in your own academics. And moreover, you should try to focus on learning French in your free time. That's more worthy, you know. If you want to do part-time job for some 5-6 hours in the evening, it's better to spend that time in learning French, because that's going to help you in long term. And yes, you can find a part-time, but it's very difficult here, because most of the time it's like the restaurants and the like, you know, the local kind of stores where you can go and find a part-time, and they will be paying you, but at the same time it will be like you are giving a lot of time, and French will play an important role, because the local people go to the local stores most of the time, so you have to entertain them. And here in Montpellier we have a lot of restaurants, even we have Indian restaurants, and they also offer you part-time jobs. I have my friends, they tried in the work, but they weren't able to, you know, cope up with that. So yes, you can try. It's not impossible. You can get a part-time. A lot of people do part-time, but sometimes it becomes tough to manage with your academics. So when you have very less time, it's better to focus on your academics and think about the future and plan for the.
So for now, there is no change on the programs. We do the programs that I've presented to you, or are starting in September. You have may seen that, you know, China is starting to go out or living again. So basically, like the desire of the health ministry is to ask people to stay at home to stop the spreading. So that's what we are doing, hoping that the virus will stop then, and then we can be back to our normal life. But we did do some adjustments by putting in the admission letters that in case your country or France is preventing our citizens to move in France, then we'll reimburse the deposit. So basically, if you're coming from India, and India is saying like, no, we don't want anyone to exit the country in August or September, then we'll make sure we reimburse the deposit. Okay. Same if France is saying like, no, we are not opening the borders. We don't want anyone outside of France to come on the territory. We will be refunding your deposit. Okay. So you don't need to be scared about that. If you are admitted and you need any extra time, I know that some countries are also asking all their citizens to stay at home, and all of us don't have access to the bank at the moment. So if you want extra time to have access to your bank, we do give you also some extension. Okay, so make sure that if you are admitted and you should be already in contact with international admissions team. Make sure you ask them for that extension so that they can link that to your applications.
Sure. For us, like when I arrived here, so we had an integration week, and we were offered like French classes as well, free of cost. And for the MSc student, it goes like in the both semester first and semester two. It's up to them whether they want to take it or not. But yeah, it's not mandatory. But yeah, it's available for you. So my MSc friends, they did it, and for me, because I'm a master in management student, so I had a mandatory French for business course. So I did that, and friends, they did the basics of French. So that's what we give. More than that, we also have University of Montpellier here, where you can also get enrolled for French courses if you want to do extra. But it's in your like maybe the summertime, so you have to manage the timing. That's only the thing. But the basics, the teachers are helping you in the Montpellier Business School as well, and you can also learn from a lot of YouTube videos. So that's how we manage. When I arrived here, so we had an integration week, and we were offered like French classes as well, free of cost. And for the MSc student, it goes like in the both semester first and semester two. It's up to them whether they want to take it or not. But yeah, it's not mandatory. But yeah, it's available for you. So my MSc friends, they did it, and for me, because I'm a master in management student, so I had a mandatory French for business course. So I did that, and friends, they did the basics of French. So that's what we give. More than that, we also have University of Montpellier here, where you can also get enrolled for French courses if you want to do extra. But it's in your like maybe the summertime, so you have to manage the timing. That's only the thing. But the basics, the teachers are helping you in the Montpellier Business School as well, and you can also learn from a lot of YouTube videos. So that's how we managed here.
So yeah, and if I can add to that, I usually when I meet students who are with the desire to join Montpellier Business School, I usually push all the students to do also classes from their country before coming to France. Okay, you have to know that the classes you have at Alliance Française, link with Campus France, are very good level. They will also be usually most of the time cheaper than the ones you could have here in France. So it's a very good aspect to do classes before you come to France for different reasons. First, it's going to help you when you arrive in France. You will be glad to see that you understand some words. You are going also to show your motivation in your visa interview, because you can tell them that you have taken some classes at the Alliance or in Campus France, and so yeah, so that will show motivation, and then it will also save also some of your budgets. Okay, if you have the desire to take like many like French classes in France, make sure that you plan a little extra budget so that you can go to specific classes. The Montpellier Business School is going to give you the basics so that you are able to live in France, but not to the point that you can be fluent. So that will always depends on where you do it. If you do it in France, yes, it will be paid approximately around between 600 700 euros per month for the internship. And if you do it in another country, that will depend on the other country, okay? Because as you know, the school lets you do the internship where you are. The Career Center will support you in the way of looking for an internship, but there is no placement, so you are the own person in charge to choose where you want to do your internship. And same for the job. That will really depend of or where you're looking at what position. Obviously, if you're fluent in French and other languages, you may have access to better opportunities for the job on the job market than others, especially at the management position. But we have all the different cases. We have also like students who have been able to find jobs just speaking in English. So that really depends where you apply, how you present yourself, the connection you have been able to make during your studies.
Like for the internship, the minimum pay here is like 550 euros per month. You will be getting that much for sure. And the internship you can search in the nearing countries as well, like Netherlands, Spain, and Germany. And there are a lot of opportunities. Like in France, there are, but as compared, you have those options as well. So, like my friends who have done MSc, they have already been doing their internship, and few managed to get there here itself. A lot of my friends, they are doing in like companies called Royal Canin. It's from Mars, so it's in Montpellier itself, and they are working as an intern there, and they are getting a good pay. So it's possible, and those are international positions. They don't require French, but French is always a plus point, you know.
As we said, there's no specific needs for like you're not forced to know French. We're just saying that if you do, you have more opportunities. Usually, I've seen students with a B1 level have a very good level in French that makes you able to work in French. But then it will really depend what you want to do. If you want to do it in France, abroad. As Sandeep said, like if you are with your student visa, you will have access also to all the Schengen area. So you're free to also look for internship in other countries, making sure that when you get the internship or the job in the other countries, make sure that you also apply for the specific visa, okay? Because you need to adjust on that with the country where you will be doing it.
In Montpellier Business School, we also have entrepreneurship cells. So what happens in case you want to do some startup, you know, you can join there as well, and it will also play as your internship. So if you're doing a startup project, it will be considered as your internship as well. So you have a lot of options. You don't need to worry. But yes, learning basics of French always.
So all our masters program are accredited, so they give access to the stay back option. All the masters program of Montpellier Business School give that. Yes, so they give usually 1 year stay back option, but for all the Indian students, it's 2 years. It's a specific agreement between Indian government and French government. So they agreed to give 2 year stay back options. So the 2 year stay back option and even the 1 year for all the other countries, it's a possibility to stay in France to look for a job or a work experience. It's not a working visa. So that means like you can stay in France and in Europe, in the Schengen area, to be looking for a job. Once you get the job offer, then you apply for the working visa. Other countries, it's a possibility to stay in France to look for a job or a work experience. It's not a working visa. So that means like you can stay in France and in Europe, in the Schengen area, to be looking for a job. Once you get the job offer, then you apply for the working visa. Okay? So yeah, India has a 2 years stay back option. Doesn't matter which master degree you. So we do have some scholarship still available, but be careful, they go very quickly because it's on the basis of first arrived, first served, as long as you meet the requirements of the admission results that you need to have. When we say it's linked to the admission results, in the admission results, we'll be looking to the results you had on the test, on the interview, and also the average you have from your past studies. So we'll be looking for the past 3 years of your studies.